All right, welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the G.I. Joe Classified Series Xamot and Tomax Paoli. Now, I don't ever really kind of show off the boxes, but I wanted to show this off really quick because of the way they did the art on the side of these boxes with these twins. That's beautifully done. Beautifully done. Love the silver cobra symbol and the fact that both twins are on here. You got Xamot over here. You can see the scar on the side of his face, and then you have Tomax over here. Very nice. They are number 44 and 45, but you have to flip the boxes around to get the picture to fit. So Xamot is 45, Tomax is 44 in the series. So now that I've got that all out of the way, let's get into taking a look at the accessories that these guys come with and the figures themselves. So I'm going to be doing both of them at the same time, which they're pretty much the same character with just a few here's and there's, maybe a little bit different. But we're going to take a look at both. So let's get into that. All right, so here we actually have the figures. We have Xamot and Tomax, and the accessories that they come with. I know I already have their weapons in hands and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out and I'm going to show them off real quick and what they come with, and then we'll get into taking a look at the figures and so on and so forth. I somewhere in my house I have the originals somewhere. I don't know where. I couldn't find them for this review to show them off like I had the Storm Shadow. So yeah, just give me a second and we will take a look at these accessories. Okay, so starting off, we're going to take a look at Tomax's daggers. So these are these crazy blade daggers. The reason why I call them crazy blades is because the blades all wiggly waggly. So I mean, I wouldn't want to get stuck with one of these. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah, let's take a look at these. So you have the dagger handles that are just casted in black. There is a little something in the handle. I don't know if that's just plastic. Yeah, I guess it's just plastic. It's not like a cobra symbol or anything like that. It's in there. And then you have the blades that are just painted silver, which is nice. And they go into the pouches. Now I left Xamot's on him. As you can see right here, his is in his sheath. So I'll show you how these plug in here in a second once we get done taking a look at these accessories. All right, so next we have Xamot's. It's a MP5K laser pistol. Now both of them come with this gun. Now this is just it's a nice gun. Just cast it all in black. Some nice little detail in there. Nothing silver. Even the vintage ones were all black, and there was nothing painted in. But the detail on these, fabulous. They are beautifully done. Nice detail in the weapon itself, and it comes with a clip that's all in black plastic. Now I don't know if that's coming through, but you have a slot on the top where this actually clips in. So when you put it in, you'll hear that. If you put it in backwards, you know, upside down, you don't hear that clip. And it doesn't stick in there as good as it would as if you have it in the correct way. So when you pop this in, see, and it's in there nice and tight. So there you have the magazine, and then the actual silencer for this laser pistol. And there it is in its entirety. Very nice and very well. And I do have the original ones complete with both of their guns and the zip line that they came with. These guys didn't come with a zip line, which would have been pretty cool because that's what they came with in the original. But hey, that's cool. At least we got the guns and the knives that actually come out of the actual sheaths. But yeah, this is a beautiful gun. They did a beautiful job on this MP5K. Okay, so now let's take a look at the actual figure itself. So we'll start with Tomax. And let's start with actually the sheaths. Now the gray sheaths on the side of his belt, you just take the little knives. If I can do it on camera. Move his arm out of the way. Take it, just pop it in. There you go. Same thing with the one on his boot. Switch it over here. It's another sheath in gray plastic. And there you go, just popping it on his boot. All right, so taking a look at Tomax himself. Nice hair detail, beautiful paint sculpt, nice face sculpt. The eyebrows up. He's giving the Mr. Spock impression on, you know, with the eyebrow up. No scar on his face like his brother has. And then, you know, he has this sash that comes across along with his silver cobra symbol for, you know, because they are the leaders of the Crimson Guards. And then he has this metal piece up here that is a guard that goes down to the actual shoulder armor here on the side. And then moving down, you have his gauntlets. And then you have the cod piece here, which is a open cobra mouth, which Mindbender has that. And I believe Mindbender has these same exact type of boots like this, also with the cobras on them. But beautifully done. Beautifully done. All the way down to the, you know, nostalgic boots with the red and silver. I mean, these figures all the way around are absolutely gorgeous on what they've done with them. Nice little black gloves coming all the way up to the wrists. And then, of course, on this side, you have the gauntlet with the black glove. You have the belt with the red and the silver. And then leading down, like I said, the silver is the reds for the snakes. And then you have the actual sheaths. But very well done. I think they did a beautiful job with these guys. Let me just stand him there. Okay, give me a quick second and then we will do some articulation. All right, so starting off, before I get into the articulation, I just want to take a look at Xamot's face. So Xamot is a little bit different. His eyebrows are a little bit bushier. As you can see, they kind of come up a little bit on the sides there. This one is not raised, and he has that scar that goes all the way down the side of his face. He also has a different, somewhat of a different type of look than his brother does, but they're exactly the same. I mean, the hairstyle, one is going off to the right, this one's going off to the left, but everything else is the same. Now let's get into the articulation. So can he look up? He can only look up that far. He can look down this far. It's crazy head tilt. He can look side to side. His arms can move all the way out. They can rotate all the way around, and he does have a slight butterfly hinge in there. I wish it was a little bit better, especially with these guys, because they're acrobats, and yeah, you're not really going to get them into too much of a acrobatic type of deal. So he has a bicep swivel, pinless joints on the double hinged elbows. Okay, mine are a little tight. So you just want to kind of grab that and kind of move it. Okay, wrist swivel, and then the hinge. This kind of hinders the hinge in the hand. So you have that, and then moving down. Of course, this, if you pop off the head, you could probably take off this whole sash thing if you wanted to. Moving down, you have at the torso, you have that much of a crunch, that much of a move back. My only problem is that they're wiggly waggly on right there. He has a waist swivel. Moving down, of course, they have the drop down hips, so that way he can kick out this far, then he can kick back that far. And of course, if you drop down the hip, well, you have the sword, the knife that gets in the way. But he can do the splits that far, which is not too bad. I was trying to say earlier, to get him into some deep poses, I don't know. And then double jointed knees right there, and then you come down to his boot. He has an upper boot swivel, which is nice because it tucks in back here into the boot, so you don't really see it. And his ankle pivot right and left, forward, and then back that far. There is no toe hinge, and that's it. This one's a little loose. This bottom hinge here. What a shame. What a shame. But for the most part, they're pretty tight. That can be fixed up. It's not a big deal. But that waist, that wiggly waggly waist, is what really kind of gets on me right there. All right, guys. So give me a second. I'll try to put these guys in some poses for you real quick, and then we'll do some comparisons and we'll end this review.
Cold
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed some of the poses that I did with these guys. I mean, I know they're not dynamic. That was the word I was looking for earlier. I know they're not just a bunch of dynamic poses with these guys, but if you try, you probably can get them into some really good dynamic poses. I just want to do a couple things with them. That was it. So really quick, I just want to go over a few things. In Xamot, that knee I have to heat up to get it to bend, and in Tomax I have to get that arm to heat up so that way I can get it to actually work the way I need it to work. Besides that, the only really pet peeves I have is that wiggly waggly waist like Arctic Storm Shadow came with. Now with that being said, I just want to know, and I want you guys to put in the comments, how many of you guys know that Tomax is Xamot spelled backwards and Xamot is Tomax spelled backwards? Isn't that interesting? Real interesting. But anyway, without that being said, let's get into some quick comparisons and then we will end this review. Here's how they compare to Scarlet from G.I.Joe Classifieds. Here's how they compare to the SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Superhero Ultimate Gohan. Here's how they compare to the Dragon Ball Superhero Piccolo from SH Figure Arts. Here's how they compare to the Super Saiyan Ultimate Powered Up Goku from SH Figure Arts. Here's how they compare to the SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Superhero Goku. And last but not least, here's how they compare to the SH Figure Arts Frieza. Alright, so those are just a few things that you can compare these guys to. They can fit into any line, really, as you can see. Look, I got mine off of Amazon. I had them pre-ordered through Hasbro, canceled them because I can get them from Amazon quicker. Besides that, they're great figures, nostalgic, really nostalgic, brings back a lot of memories from my childhood. Yeah, great to have. If you don't have them, hopefully you get them soon to put into your collection. And hopefully Hasbro starts putting these things out there for people to get, because they're making them almost impossible to get. As people have learned from Outback, not getting them, orders being canceled, stuff like that. I'm not going to really get into all that kind of nonsense. I mean, people had problems getting other Cobra Island figures and stuff like that. So hopefully they start getting them out and making it to where the people can get these figures. That's just my opinion. But yeah, this is my review on the Crimson Twins. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be putting them with my Crimson Guard. And of course, you know, I mean, if you really take a look, every Cobra officer that has the silver Cobra symbol would follow the twins, right? Because they all have that same symbol. It's silver instead of red. That's got to mean something. I don't know if anybody knows the difference between, I mean, if that's because of, you know, the Crimson Twins are the leaders of the Crimson Guards, and the Crimson Guards, you have authority over the Cobra officers. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, that's a good thing to actually check into on why the insignias are silver and not red Cobra symbols like the regular Cobra troopers or Cobra Commander, so on and so forth. So if anybody knows, please put it in the comments down below. And please, as always, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new that I'm putting up. And as always, I will catch you on the flippy flip.